Hello, my name is Ariel Dodson, and when I was 18 years old, I was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. Now, today, I wanted to talk a little bit about why us individuals with borderline personality disorder are toxic partners. I was thinking about this when going through some relationship difficulties myself. And I was like, there are so many things that I do that are so very toxic, that make being in a romantic relationship with me, or friendship, or family relationship, very toxic. And I think it's important to make a list of everything that you are doing that is toxic so you can work on those behaviors. And that is what I did. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about what we do that is very, very toxic. And I'm sure people out there that are in a relationship with somebody with BPD can relate. This is some of the things that we do that make being in a relationship with us very difficult. Now, we are very passionate people because we only think and feel in extremes. That means we love in extremes. I myself am a very, very loyal person. I know not a lot of not all borderlines are like that, but I am. So it's not bad to be in a relationship with somebody with borderline personality disorder. However, it is difficult. With me, some of the things that have been very devastating for me in a relationship, one of the things is the fact that we are very manipulative. Now, what that means, and I've talked about this before in another video, but what this means is we are very manipulative in the sense that we are very suicidal. And we act very suicidal to get that other person to act, to behave and think in a certain way that calms us, because we cannot calm and soothe ourselves. So this leads to, well, we naturally are very suicidal, but we act very manipulative in an emotional way to get that other person to change their behavior, to change whatever they are doing that is causing us to become suicidal. And it could be something very, very simple, something very, very little, but it can still set us off. And because we are unable to soothe ourselves, we feel that we have to manipulate this other person to get them to think and feel and act in a way that will soothe us. This leads to us stalking. I've seen people write letters in blood to the other person that isn't thinking, acting, behaving in the way that will soothe them. We are very manipulative in that way, and that can be very toxic for a relationship. Could you imagine your partner, when you bring up a concern or when you feel like the relationship isn't working out, you want to be able to end things and know that person will be okay. But it's almost like walking on eggshells when you're in a relationship with somebody with borderline personality disorder, because you do not know how they are going to take or react to anything that you do or say. Because we are very fragile, because we cannot comfort ourselves, because we do not feel whole inside. So that one little tiny thing going wrong or changing with a normal person, that would bring up a tiny normal reaction. But for us, we only think and feel in extremes. So that means our emotions are way heightened when they should only be down here. That is something that I myself have noticed, that has made somebody being in a relationship with me very difficult. Now, I've noticed recently with a friendship of mine, when that other person is very needy. So let's say you're in a relationship with somebody that is very needy, and they only think negatively. They really enjoy when you're nice and kind to them, and when you come around, and when you act and feel how they want you to. But specifically, this is something that I have noticed that I have done. And this is something that I've noticed in a friendship recently that kind of made me step back and realize, hey, you're doing this too. I've noticed when I am in a relationship with somebody, I just point out the negatives. Could you imagine having a friendship or a romantic relationship with somebody and they always pointing out everything that you are not doing? No duh, they're not acting and thinking and feeling how you want them to. Because every single time they talk to you, you're like, hey, why haven't I heard from you? Hey, why aren't you coming over? Hey, why aren't you doing this? I'm like, let people come to you. Nobody's going to come to you when you're needy like that. And I know that's easier said than done. I myself cannot do it. I'm just pointing out what I'm doing that is probably pretty annoying to somebody who's in a relationship with me. It's something that I'm working on. It's something that I have noticed, and it is something that I feel like I can improve in. There is hope. I definitely feel like there is hope for me because I am a very kind and loving and loyal person. It's just, I have borderline personality disorder, but that does not mean that can hold you back from having a successful, romantic, committed relationship. It does mean it is difficult. Yeah, that is a few of the things that I wanted to talk about today. Maybe I'll come up with some more things as time goes on. Maybe I'll make another video later on. But yeah, being in a relationship with us is not easy. However, we do make very good partners in the fact that we are kind. And I, anyways, have always been a very loyal partner because I only think and feel in extremes. So that means I love in extremes. We are very passionate people. Yeah, that is my little talk for today. Stay safe out there, borderlines. All right, bye.